welcome back to our NCAA football win total series. We are moving on in the ACC, and we're at the University of North Carolina. It is UNC time. And this team under Mac Brown has been consistent, at least. First year, 2019, they were 7-6, won the Military Bowl. It'd be an 8-4 season the next year with an Orange Bowl loss, 6-7 with a Duke's Mayo Bowl loss in 2021. 2022, 9-5 with a Holiday Bowl loss, and that gets us to last year. And we opened up last year with a win against South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Classic. They beat App State in double overtime, then beat Minnesota. They win at Pitt, beat Syracuse, and then they beat number 25 Miami at home, so they start 6-0. Then they're upset by Virginia. They lose at Georgia Tech. They beat Campbell, beat Duke in double overtime. Then they lose at Clemson and at NC State. Disappointing finish. They play West Virginia in the Duke's Mayo Bowl and lose 30-10. Ends up being an 8-5 season for Mac Brown. And they replace a lot this year. Drake May's gone. So they've got to replace Drake May, and that's going to be most likely Max Johnson. Started out at LSU, went to Texas A&M, son of Brad Johnson, over 5,800 career passing yards, 47 touchdowns, and just 12 picks. He's not mobile, though. He does not have mobility. There's also Connor Harrell if Johnson gets injured. And that's possible. The offensive line was not great at pass protection, and Max Johnson's not very mobile. They brought in some transfers, Austin Blasky from Georgia to try to help out, Howard Sampson from North Texas. Still, they're not that big, and they really do need to figure out, especially pass blocking. They're okay run blocking, and they've got a great running back. That's Marion Hampton, ran for over 1,500 yards and 15 scores last year. He's going to be the main runner. They also bring in Devin Barlow and have Caleb Hood that should see some time. Tez Walker's gone from the offense, but they bring back J.J. Jones, who had 711 yards last year. They have two tight ends, and Brian Nesbitt and John Coupenhaver should be solid. Defense was atrocious last year. The defensive line needs to be better, especially against the run. They bring back 3 starters overall. Camion Rucker's a great defensive end. He had 8.5 sacks, 15 tackles for a loss. I like their nose, Kevin Hester. He's a big boy there. They did lose Cedric Gray, but they have Power Eccles back at middle linebacker, and they also have Amari Campbell stepping up into a possible starting role there. The safeties and corners also just have to have more key stops. They have Marcus Allen and Elijah Huzzy, who are going to be your corners. They're good enough. I do like Ontavious Lane at safety. That should be solid there. And so I really think if they're just not awful on defense this year, which they have been, this could be a good team. Win total set at 7.5, and we look at the schedule, and they start out August 29th at Minnesota. And they can definitely beat Minnesota. I'm going to lean loss since it's at Minnesota, but it's definitely a toss-up. September 7th, they get UNC Charlotte at home. That's going to be a win. September 14th, they get NC Central at home. That will be a win. September 21st, they get James Madison. I like that to be a win as well. September 28th, they're at Duke. I think they're going to get that one. I lean win on that one. October 5th, they are against Pitt. I think they're going to win that one. October 12th, they are against Georgia Tech. I lean win in that one, and that puts them at a 6-1 start right there. October 9th is a bye, and then October 26th, they get Virginia on the road. I lean win there. November 2nd, they're at Florida State. That's going to be a loss. They get their second bye of the year on November 9th, right after that, which I think is pretty good timing for them because November 16th, they have Wake Forest at home. I think they get the win there. Then they go to Boston College on November 23rd. I lean win, but they could definitely lose that. And then they have NC State at home on November 30th. I definitely lean loss there. But they miss some of the big schools. They miss Clemson, Miami, SMU, Virginia Tech, four of the better programs in the ACC, they're not playing. So when I look at this, by all rights, they should be 8-4, if not 9-3, or even 10-2. I'm not going to say they're going to be 10-2. I really do think they're going to be 9-3, 8-4. If they had a good defense, this could be a 10-11 win team. They don't. So we're just going to take the over 7.5, -115 right now on FanDuel. If you like this content, please consider hitting the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll see you next time.